One of the greatest weapons that God has placed in your hand is not your money. It's not even your network. It's not your influence. It is your mind. Everything God gives you to do, it's going to first go through the gateway of your mind. And a lot of people are walking around with the most powerful tool they possess, and it's literally unattended to. Renewing the mind is much more practical than many of us actually realize. You will no longer be afraid, you will no longer be uncertain, you will no longer be confused, you will no longer be in a place of doubt and detriment, like your soul is feeling neglected. You will not have any of that again. Your ability to adapt without being predictable. You see that word predictability, it is why the enemy has been getting so many believers. It is why so many people keep falling into the same patterns of disappointment, same patterns of results. Because a lot of people have become predictable to the devil. You have to understand that we are now in a battle for time, system, action, inaction. I've seen so many people deploy assignments in this season out of zeal, passion, comparison, hope against hope. They waited, they could not wait again, so they moved. And then we said, got you. You are not against the tide that you think. God says that don't think it's one devil attack or what. No. He said in this season, closed doors can actually be a redirection for you. And you have to be wise, remember, strategically intelligent to discern God is at work here. That maybe God had seen, because we know that he knows the end from the what? From the beginning. There is nobody who has truly succeeded who did not pass through Shege. Nobody. There is no testimony without a test. You know that. And I know you are probably also asking, why must I go through this much just to get to where I'm going? But the truth is, no one carrying real weight who did not walk through seasons of conspiracy, betrayal, trial, almost like I'm losing my mind here. There's nobody that went through all of that was not misunderstood on their way to purpose.
The things that you are waiting on God, you are blinded by them because you think that God does not want it for you. It is not true. Whatever you want for yourself, God wants 10 times and much more than what you want for yourself. And guess what? They are all good. Do not let the enemy trick you into thinking that what God wants for you is less than what you want. How? Did you form yourself? Are you not just clay in the hands of the potter? Some of your deepest growth will happen in season you would have chosen to skip. True or true? Some of your greatest, your biggest growth, if you do not ask the Lord what he's doing in your country, you will be frustrated, because when the Bible talks about rulers, it talks about powers, it talks about, the principalities, and it gives you the different layers of realms. You can't be a believer and not know the ones that are operating in your nation. That some of you have been operating in dimensions, but you are not seeing the fruit because all your businesses are not working, literally. You tried one thing, it didn't work. You tried another one, you say it didn't work. But I want to take you back to the story of Isaac. Isaac dug in the land that his father. Look, the nation you are in also determines the inheritance that you are going to get. Are you aware? Trust that he who has promised will not fail me.
Money does grow on trees. It just doesn't grow in everybody's backyard. My job today is to expand your mind. It is everything in your roots that is giving you your current fruits. It is self-respect to charge what you are, what you deserve. Let me tell you something about trying. If you don't even try, we won't even know you're in the room.
If a decision feels urgent to you, who did you go to first? God or AI? AI cannot replace God. Don't get it twisted. The machine knows the pattern, but it is only God that knows the plan he has for you. The machine knows the data and all the things that have happened in the past, but it is only God who knows your destiny. So you can't put your destiny at the hands of a tool. If a decision feels urgent to you, you can't run to a tool before you run to God. You're thinking, should I enter this partnership? Should I enter? You now ask ChatGPT. Because ChatGPT will answer you faster than God. And the tools will always give you something. Because they have answers. But does it mean that the answers are designed for you? The machine knows the pattern, but it is only God that knows the plan he has for you. The machine knows the data and all the things that have happened in the past, but it is only God who knows your destiny. So you can't put your destiny at the hands of a tool. Be careful that You don't let them replace discernment. You don't let it replace wisdom in your life, in your business, in your finances. Give me 40 ways to be rich overnight. Stop it. Don't forget, the most valuable real estate you own is your mind.
Hello, good evening. I'm speaking right here from Lagos, Nigeria. Can I just say welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to everyone who is joining us today. I'm so excited to be here with you. So interestingly, I had the first person who popped up as the first viewer, and that is Lakeisha, all the way from Bahamas. Welcome. From wherever you're joining us from, Ghana, the UK, South Africa, Canada, USA, you are very, very welcome. And I'm so excited to be here with you guys. So that I know that we are all on the same page, can I just see some emojis and comments flying in the section below? I'm keeping an eye out. Hello, Billy. Welcome, Miracle. So fantastic to have you here. Living Well with Stacy Monet. I love your name, by the way. So happy to have you here. Ooh, John 3:16. Happy to have you. Thank you, Tolu Remy. I love it. I want to see more emojis. Thank you. Thank you, Chandy. I love it. So more. I want you to display the flags of the countries that you're from. I know we have people registered all over, and we're really, really excited to have you here. Okay, hi Dido's Corner. Welcome. We're really excited to have you here. My name is Victoria Ajayi, and it is my absolute pleasure and honor to be here with you at the JuMP Accelerator Launchpad class of 2026. Please give yourself a round of applause. If you are registered on this course, I want to just give yourself a round of applause because you could have been anywhere tonight. Even for those who are joining us that are not registered yet, I have something for you. Don't worry. I definitely have something for you. Thank you to those joining, all of you. I can see all of you. Thank you so much. Now, for those who just happen to click on the YouTube channel and are thinking, JuMP Accelerator Launchpad, what is this? I promise you, you are in the right place. Stick with me. I will show you. We will take you behind the scenes. Now, for those who have registered, all I'm going to say is you're in for a ride. And how do I know that? Because I'm not going to use the word ex-jumper because I believe I'm always going to be jumping, right? So I am a jumper, current jumper, always will be a jumper, and you are in the right place. And I'm super, super excited for all that is going to happen, right? So now, before we proceed, I have a video for you. It's a very short video. So for example, I have my pen, I have my book. Trust me, you want to be taking notes for this one. Class is in session. Class is actually in session. So it's not a separate thing that's going to happen. We have started actually, right? And we're going to have a short video come up. Now, that video is very short, so I want you to pay close attention. If you have any distractions around you, please put it aside. You are here, so make the time count because the time is going to go anyway. But make sure that you get what you actually came for here. And I'm super excited to welcome all of us. So I saw another comment just before we have the video, something about those who just found out. You are in the right place. Trust me, so much is in store to come. And I don't want to kind of let the cat out of the bag yet. So I'm pacing myself, right? And I'm really excited to be here with everyone. Right. So like I was saying, this is the JuMP Accelerator Launchpad program with Dr. Olori Boye-Ajayi. For those who have come in contact with her, one thing I can tell you is that she's I want to use the word ruthless executor. And I want you to remember those words, right? Now, I know there are many of us here who aspire, who are maybe business owners, authors, or there's just something, and you're just thinking that how do I move from where I am right now to where I really want to be? Now, insider gist, in our time of AI, or in this time that we have with AI, I know for some of us, AI knows all of our future plans, or whether it's ChatGPT, Claude, or whatever tool you use, and you have literally written the same plan over and over again, multiple iterations. But guess what? Nothing is yet to happen. Let me just see, make sure we're fine. Okay, so I'm gonna look into that. So yes, as our video is going to come up, right, I want you to pay very close attention. There are a couple of words that are going to stand out, and I want you to have that in the back of your mind before we come back, right? So I'll be right back, and I want you to watch this video.
The only reason that I'm successful is I'm faster than everybody else. By the time they have thought about an idea, taken it to a meeting, and started to move, I have already made 3 mistakes and found a faster way.
Elon Musk is the same. If someone says something takes 8 months, he seems to just reject that idea. And from there, he'll figure out that in fact, it can get done in 8 days.
It's wild. In our companies, we implemented something called the 24-hour rule, which was this idea that if we want to win, we have to decrease our time between thinking about a thing and doing the thing. And so most people say, well, I'll get back to you on that next week, right? Hate that line. That is where dreams and money goes to die. Instead, I say, can you get it to me tomorrow? If all we do different than our competitors is they take a week to do things and we get it done in a day, I don't have to be richer, smarter, or better. I'm just faster.
Okay, all right. So thank you, everyone. Welcome back. Now, I want you to put in the chat for me, what was the one word that you heard? Or what was your takeout from that video? I want to see those of us who are paying attention. So it was a 44-second video, very short, and the title we gave it was The Secret to Wealth. So I want to see how many of us were able to pick what was shared in the video. So let me see. What was it could be one word, it could be 2 words that you heard. Be fast in your execution. Fantastic, praying analyst. Anybody else? Faster, great. Let me get one more. Execute fast. Fantastic. Now, those 2 words, I want you to write it somewhere. If like now, don't put to the side and just say you're going to do it later. Write it somewhere. And the one question that I want to leave with you is, as we continue and we progress, is how can I execute faster? How can I, and I don't even want us to use the word competitors, because at the end of the day, there are good competitors, but you need to move fast. How can I be faster in my execution? What is that one thing from I bet you that when you read that or when you listened to that, something went off in your head that by tomorrow, there is something that I want you to do. And I don't want you to lose that thought. So I want you to write it down. How can we be fast? How can we move forward? How can we be fast in our execution? Act now. Thank you very much, Lisa. So somebody said figured out, somebody else said mistakes. And she said something that was so incredible that by the time others are figuring it out, it's literally she's found 3 ways, she's made 3 mistakes and found a faster way to do it. And for those who are maybe already business owners and who are aspiring to be multinationals, one of the things I'm learning is that one of our superpowers as we grow is our ability to move fast, right? So for example, I would compare maybe like a Fortune 500 company, for example. They may have an idea from maybe mid-level, but by the time they're able to execute, they have to send one memo after the other, right? They don't have the luxury and they don't have the liberty to be limbo, to be able to be flexible, make that mistake today, make that mistake tomorrow, and change things and course correct. And that is the superpower that each and every one of us that are gathered here have. Ayomiko, I love it. How can I achieve this in 24 hours? It could just literally be one phone call. It could be one text. It could be one video that I need my media team to shoot. But how can I execute fast, right? Make sure you've written it down. Now, one of the things that we're going to carry on is that there are so many people who are in a similar position where you are. And I'm going to introduce some people. I'm going to call them up. I just want to confirm that we have them, and then I can bring them up. If I can just get a thumbs up in the chat, thank you. They are right here with us. So I'm going to introduce into the studio, and you'll be seeing some new faces up with me on the screen. So first up, I'm going to call Tokwe Okoduga. Now, for all of these people, I know them personally. So they've given me their bio to read, but I'm just going to say what I want to say about them, right? So she is the visionary behind My Becca. Now, she runs the kind of fashion bridal house that will make you want to get married multiple times. I mean, you see a dress today, you're thinking that, okay, I think I may have to ask my husband to marry me just so that she can be the one to dress me. So really excited to be here with you, and we're excited to hear your journey on how, you went further, and if it was one idea that you were able to execute and execute fast. So second, I'm also going to call Otonia Inwang. Okay, hi Otonia. Fantastic. Hi Otonia.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us. Right. Okay, Tokwe, if we can have your video, that would be fantastic. So thank you so much for joining us. Otonia is the co-founder of P3 Solutions. She has a type of mind that I have never seen before. Like, her mind is, when you say somebody's mind is brilliant, like Otonia's mind is brilliant. Like, you just want to sit down and pick at it and just be like, God, when you were sharing this thing out, what happened? Where was I? Right? It was fantastic. Okay. All right. So next up, we're going to call, I told you that we're here with Dr. Olori Boye-Ajayi. Now, the two words that I used to describe her was like ruthless executor. And trust me, she is the person that you want to have on your team. She's the person that you want. But you would hear the comments or the conversation we're about to have of how she's done 12 businesses in the time span I've known her. I don't know about anybody else, but here I am still trying to figure out business number 2, and she has done 12. Advised of over 100,000 SMEs, mine inclusive. And I know that every time I go to her with something, there is clarity, there is a way forward, there is a path. She's able to, there are some people who are able to see the next 10 steps literally from a conversation, and you're there struggling with 1 or 2. So I'm really, really excited to bring up Dr. Olori Boye-Ajayi to join us. Can I see a round of applause? Comments in the section? Yes, let me see. Fireworks, guys. Can you see how beautiful and how glowing and how, she's going to give us the gist of all of this glory, how to tap into it.
Victoria, I have no words for you. Literally, I have no words for you. But thank you so much for that warm welcome. Class of 2026. Can I see the energy in the room? Hey. In fact, if I tell you the kind of what can I call it? And I'm not trying to gaslight y'all. The prophetic word God gave me for this cohort. I said, okay, let's go. But it's really amazing to be here tonight. I particularly wanted to, maybe if you can say this, I wanted to do this panel myself because there's just so much to unpack, and I want you to look at things from different angles tonight. Don't just focus on your business. I know you're here for your business, and I'm really excited that you are here, but there's just a way that we structured this particular section that you're going to see things sort of multidimensionally. So most times when we come into a program, we come in with presets, we come in with a premeditated way of which we believe this is what we need, but there's just so much more that must be given to us. Before I get started, can I just acknowledge the jumpers from first cohort? I know that some of them are joining us again. I couldn't believe the names. Then on behalf of the TSG Training and Leadership Institute, I noticed that we have some commanders in the room. Hello, commanders. If you're a commander, because I saw y'all's name when I was, because we have a prayer team that also prays for
every single person in our program. We're not shy of, doing this Jesus thing. It is what it is, right? We're called to who we're called to. We're not for everybody. But when we were praying, and I was just going through the names, I was like, see this commander, see this commander. So if you're a commander, let me know in the chat box. Now, I want to be clear that my audio is good. Is my audio good? Okay, great. Super. I see Commander Adebola. Hey. Hiya, how are you? It's good to have you here. Didos is who? See, now you'll be using name that I cannot identify in the chat box. Because Commanders is another program we hold, which held all through, I want to say, July. We held that over 6 sessions. I was shocked when I saw they were in JuMP again. But it's really good that you all seek to be better and to make yourselves well-rounded. One of the things about our ecosystem is you will find something for your spirituality, your soul, not just, and your body, which, is your humanly speaking self, right? So shout out to all the commanders and anybody from our past, even retreats. If you're from TSG retreats, let me know in the comments, because some of y'all are retreat lovers. Whether the UK or Nigeria, I would really like to know where you are joining from. All right. So, and please, again, welcome with me, my panelists. Otonye, Tokbe, and Protection are here joining me in the studio. And I love this conversation. I know I'm going to love the conversation because it's so versatile, but I'll get to it real quick. I'm not sure if can we mute Protection real quick? Yeah, cool. So I want to start with Otonye. Hey, Otonye. Guys, I have to give her a massive shout out. Otonye is not just anybody. Please don't. Like what Victoria said earlier on. TSG Nigeria, Olawumi Feyi, nice to have you here. Deshewa, oh, hi. Wine Press. How can I forget Wine Press people? Ayomikun Sophia, I'm sorry. How could I forget Wine Press? But we'll get into all of that stuff after, guys. Don't let me be distracted with this panel session. So back to Otonye. Interesting fun fact is Otonye was the first person I called. I was in a hotel room in Reading with my 2 boys, jumping on the bed, playing and doing their stuff when I got the idea for JuMP. And I knew that it was to help people who were afraid of being great. They were afraid of doing what God has put in them, afraid of looking stupid, right? And just like figuring it out. There's something that the world has, I want to say, labeled like, that struggle where before you blow, that middle that can be very messy. People middle are scared of that even before they launch. And I find that to be just amazing. I'm going to be sharing my failures tonight. And I called Otonye. I said, Otonye, I have this idea, and the first person the Lord asked me to call was you. And she did oh, yeah. And I could hear the like, yeah, we got this, right? We've done this before. No, we haven't. She had this like face, and I can never forget, But for me, I just want to say on behalf of every jumper that we have helped in this program and will continue to help until Jesus says stop, thank you for taking my call and for saying we can do this. Can we all appreciate Otonye in the
Oh my
chat
goodness.
Now, another fun fact is Otonye was the coordinator. She was also a genius. So in the JuMP program, we have geniuses. Geniuses are specialized professionals in the areas of finance, customer journey experience, in sales and marketing. We have it for strategy. So these geniuses help our jumpers. And Otonye was one as well. And the third seat that she, for me, because those are 3 seats, right? She was a genius coordinator and the first caller. Because who you call when you have these God ideas matters. But we'll come into that later. Otonye, how are you? How you doing?
I'm good. I want to give a special shout out to Protection. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Can we all hear her? Because I can't hear her. Okay. You're not. You have to unmute your mic, I think.
Hello, can you hear me?
Can we hear Otonia? Or is it just me?
Oh, okay.
I can hear Otonia.
Oh, you can? Oh, Lord. I cannot hear her.
Okay.
I can't hear her, unfortunately.
Do I?
And this is what happens with tech. Welcome to the life of. Okay, so I'm going to try another method. Give me a second.
Okay.
There's always a way when there's a will, right? Just give me a second. I will hear you now.
Okay.
Just give me a minute. I'm just going to use another mode to hear her. All right, try again, Tonya.
Hi, OBA. Can you hear me? All right. Okay. I think she's dropped off. Thank you, Damilola. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tosin. I see the thank yous and the God bless yous. Thank you. I can hear her. Okay. All right. I think we'll just wait for OBA to come back.
It's gonna be a good day. I can feel it in my heart. I hear melodies in my head. I know.
Okay. Thank you, DJ. Celebrate you. Okay, fantastic. Otonia, how did you feel the first time I called you?
Honestly, I was like, what in the world is this monstrous vision? Because when Obi, I know I was like, oh yeah, it's a good idea, but in my heart I'm like, okay, how? Because one thing I work with people who have ideas, and one thing about ideas is that they open like a flower. So you're seeing the bud, but you know, it opens up even more. So, and even when she was sharing the body vision, it was big. So I'm thinking this thing is going to get bigger than this. How am I going to how are we going to do this? But you know, so I was also jumping, to be honest.
Actually, right? I hear it 100%. So, you know, because you sat in a unique position of genius, coordinator, my first call, let me move you to how it was being a genius, right? As Victoria said, you are super amazing at what you do with customer experience and helping, you know, entrepreneurs identify what their customer journey must look like for them to really attain the level of strategy they have in place, right? Now, you oscillated between genius and coordinator. So you were seeing back end and front end. What for you was very interesting, the way people came with their ideas and what you were seeing when you were dealing with them on a one-to-one. You're like, you are not really who you think you are, which is not a problem. Not being who you think you are in the beginning is not a problem. So talk me through that realization for you that what you think is your business goal is not really. Tell us.
Yeah, to be honest, I think so it was quite funny, you know, designing the experience and then working hand to hand with the people in the program. And like you said, who you think you are in your head. I think one of the things, so let me just backtrack a bit. Someone said to me, said something, the people who are the most capable often doubt themselves the most. You know, so if you when we get these ideas for our businesses, we most of the time we run to doubting that we're able to do it. So one thing that I noticed, you know, looking at because everybody filled the questionnaire and so we could know what and looking at the questionnaire and actually discussing, you know, talking to people one to one and, you know, trying to find out what they needed, I found that you know, that lack of belief was a blocker, and it was not allowing them properly assess where they were and determine what they needed to do. And it also went a step further to block them from actually doing the work, because there's also that bit, because by the time you lay it all out for them, and you're like,
They're like,
it's not me that you're talking to, so it was funny to see that play out.
I love that. Tokwe, let me come to you, because your story, I was still thinking about it today, how much of an inspiration it is for me. And maybe because I know your journey a bit, but you came into JuMP to build something, not realizing that God was actually building you. When did you first get a sense that it's as if this assignment is changing? Because I know a lot of people are going to come in, God is going to shift them along the way, because he was really building them, not the business. When did things shift for you?
I think it was, first of all, before I go in, thank you, Olori, for having me here. I appreciate it.
Hi. Is it me or she's frozen? I think she's frozen, right? Okay, so I'll just go quickly to Protection, right? Hey, Protection, how are you? I don't know if you've been able to. How are you?
Hello, ma. Good evening.
How are you doing?
Can you hear me, ma?
I can hear you perfect.
I can't hear you anymore.
Oh dear.
Yes, I can hear you now, ma.
Okay, so I was saying hi. Thank you for coming today. I know that you were in cohort 1, and a lot of the things that the jumpers on the call and in this cohort are going to experience, you've been through it firsthand, right? You've gone into the program and you came out alive and doing very well. When you were about to start, and I want you to, in like a few minutes, be able to tell people where you are today versus the woman who came into JuMP, right? Did you see yourself ending up where you are today? This is like a year and a month after, something like that, right? When we started cohort 1.
Yes.
Did you see yourself where you are today a year ago?
Not at all. When I started JuMP program last year in June, I was so confused. I didn't know what to do. The initial plan was to relaunch my business, but by the time I got engaged with the junior seats, I saw that it was a great platform for me to start my lifelong dream of getting into real estate. And today, from starting with zero knowledge of an industry that is kind of like highly priced and valued in Nigeria, to being one of like the top leaders now in just a space of 1 year, and I never saw that coming. I never saw that coming. In just a space of 1 year, and I never saw that coming. I never saw that.
I'm sorry. That is just amazing. When I tell you her story inspired me, I think it was the first time she got her CAC document, when you put the company together, because there's some people on the call and in this program today, you will start from scratch. I remember the first milestone, because I think you were updating me. Anytime you saw me, you'd be like, oh, we've done our CAC. Next minute, you're like, oh, we finished our session with our sales and marketing genius. Next minute, you tell me, oh, we got our first client. I'll never forget at the retreats that we held in Nigeria, you were like, oh, that you had your first client. I couldn't believe, but it was just so surreal, because I know you started from scratch. Now, let me just ask you this question. When did you stop saying to yourself, I don't think I can do this, to now earning millions and millions? Like, when was the switch? Was it when you had registered the company,
Or maybe when somebody actually offered you something, you're like, this is too good. When was the first point for you?
Okay, when I registered for Paul Post section in particular, beyond the sales and marketing strategies that he gave us, he worked on our minds, telling us that you see, whatever you put your mind to, you're going to achieve it, you're going to hit it. And so he did a lot of mind work, surgical work for us, and he pushed us to, myself specifically, pushed me into content creation, educational content creation for real estate investments. And so when people see my videos, they reach out to me. I need this property in this place at this amount. And I'm like, me? From where to where now? So yes, that section did a lot for me. Oh, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I think she's dropped off. Well done, protection. Well done.
Thank you.
Psalm 23 steady on a replay. Got my head in the heavens when I display. My priorities on God, never misplaced. Job blessings rain on me, even when I know big body. More okay, Baba, oh. Me, I just did normally soft, cause I'm steadily calling Yahweh. Saba, oh. Thank you for the sun on my face like summer. And the back account, they feel weak, come on. Fuck on ballet day for my soul, cause today go they soft, oh, normally. Yeah.
Okay. Can we all confirm? Like, we have to lay hands on the network. Can y'all send prayers to the studio? Send in prayers. We need the prayers. Okay, Tope is back. Hi, Tope. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi, Olori.
Beautiful. All right. So thank you for protection for explaining this. And it goes to show the importance of a coach. It goes to show the importance of a mentor. Somebody needs to guide you along a path you've never been. Isn't that just common sense? Anyway, let's have Tope. So I asked you about when this shift came. You came into JuMP to JuMP. You jumped because I know you did sessions with the strategy genius, and I don't know if you had another one. And then along the line, something shifted. Talk us through that.
Okay, I'll say that I think the shift really started when I started noticing the shift when I started having my sessions with Mr. Tafa, especially, right? And one thing about Mr. Tafa, I'm hoping he'll probably be in this session as well, is that he doesn't let go of something when he sees something, right? And I believe that he started to poke and poke and poke and poke, and then I started to realize that, okay, I think I'm the bottleneck here, right? And I think admitting that was a lot, right? And I'm sure that a lot of people on this call will probably get to that point, and it's okay. I've been there, so please use myself as an example. That some people, like Obi said, you wanted to jump, you want to jump. Yes, you will jump, right? But as you go along the way, things will start to shift and things will start to change, And
Yeah.
as we went along, right, I now had to take, you know, a pause. I'm like, okay, what's going on exactly, right? And thankfully, Olori Research has been praying for you. So I'm sure those prayers will allow God to orchestrate your journey and your path, whether you like it or you don't like it, right? So far, you have decided to jump. Just know that you are in here with a covenant that you may not be aware of, but just know that once that thing comes, like, I'm sorry, there's nothing you're going to do about it, right? So
You
I
can't be
started to
letting
see,
them in too early into our secrets, Doctor. That's not why I
so
brought
that,
you. You have to.
okay,
It's a
okay,
soft
okay,
landing, soft
all right, all
takeoff.
right, all right, all right. All right, no problem, no problem. So, and then after a while, I just figured that, you know what, there's something here that I need to really pay attention to, and then that's why I started to see that, okay, we need to take a pause here, right? And I'm still currently on the journey, right? I'm not exactly sure where this is taking me to, but it's taking me somewhere. that
Okay.
that I know,
I love that.
yeah.
I do. And you're right, because when you are a kingdom entrepreneur, the rules are different for you. Everything about your business is 100% different to the world. However, even in the parts where you want to go mainstream, you want to do things to fit into mainstream markets because there's no such thing as believers markets. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as believers supply and demand. No, the market economics are the same. It's your execution, your mindset that actually determines a different outcome to the world system. So I say to people who are kingdom entrepreneurs, please, the rules to you do not apply when this and this and this and this is happening. And we'll come into all of those conversations as the program goes along. Otonia, I want to ask you something from the customer experience side of things,
Yeah.
which is when you were dealing with the jumpers who came to you for their own, customer experience blueprint, what
Yeah.
was the difference between those who kept saying, I'm getting ready, I'm coming, and those who actually jumped? What did you see as a major difference between those two categories of people?
All right, thank you. So I love what Topic said. She said at some point she found out that she was the blocker. So the
Right.
difference was really it's really in the belief that I can do this, in the belief because one of the things I would employ, and I love that this is a king. We're talking about the kingdom here because I was using, so sometimes God will actually show me things about the people that I was working with, and I'll bring it
Wow.
to them, and they'll be like, "No, it's not me. Oh, it's not me. It's too big." And then as we're talking, they'll be like, "Actually, I actually had this as part of it."
Yeah.
So I find that if I could pick one thing, it would be that belief that I can be this
Yeah.
person that
Yeah.
executes, that has this result. So that was my own what I noticed.
So you're saying to the jumpers listening that don't be the blocker of your own business, right?
Yeah, yeah. Don't be part of it. Don't be your village people. Just get out of your own way. And I just want to add this, that if you have, my coach says this a lot. If you have received the idea, you are resourced for it.
That's
God
right.
didn't make
100%.
sure it came to you.
100%.
You can,
Yeah.
you can do the work. Yeah.
I agree with you. I mean, and that's what I'm going to be teaching. And interestingly, Otoni, don't get into the notes, okay? It's too
Sorry.
early. It's too early. All right. So, Tokwe, there was something that I believe at some point this year, for example, because somebody might be listening and they're terrified that they're going to waste, that if God is going to yank me off the plan, so why should I stay? What message do you have for that person that will feel like, oh, so is everything I've done up until this time a waste?
Okay, I would say it's not a waste. I did learn a lot of things, right? I did learn a lot of things. I came into the jump program while I was about to, relaunch a part of my business that I had done before, but I'd had a baby a year after, and so I just wanted to just, kickstart it. So, going through the sessions, going through everything, right? There's some things that I thought I knew.
Yeah.
The evidence that you know something is that it is applicable in your life, and you can see the results, but you can just know something off the top of your head, and you're not making it practical in your life, right? I think one of the genius sessions that blew me off was the I think it was the profit one about cash flow, about cash runway. I said, what have I been doing with my business? Like I've been,
You
also it's
mean
paying
on the
gamble. I've
program
been
itself, right? The one with the finance? Is it the one with finance? Oh, we've lost her again. Oh dear. Okay. Protection, are you there?
I'm here. Sorry
Okay,
about
Papa
the
is here.
network.
Okay, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, you were asking me a question. I said on the program, like, and during the course of the program,
Yeah,
right, there were
yeah.
lots of things that I learned that, I took with me, right? I had to do a lot of introspection. There were some things I thought that I've been I didn't actually know them. I didn't know them. So the knowledge I took from Jump is, I'm still using some of them till today. And sometimes I even go back to my notes. Before I even came on the session, I was just going back to my notes again to just check some things that I knew that were peculiar to me. So it's not that the fact here it's a wasted time. No, you're going to use it, right? I'm still using what I'm learning, and wherever it is that God is going to take me to, I'm going to use it because those things are things that I'm going to take forever with me, right? I particularly loved Otonye's session because there are some things I thought. I felt like, oh, I know customer journey now. We have been doing this
Yeah.
since we were in with Olori on Wheels. We've been doing this for long, so we know how this thing goes. But then she started to ask like very specific questions that you would overlook. And I'm like, really? And when you actually look at when you do your assignments with other brands and other businesses, you actually see that these are the little things that they pay attention to that give them an edge and leverage in the market to get a big market share. And you're just there, scrambling over the little things that is left. And I'm like, okay, right? Even though I'm not, full on where I thought I would be today, but those things have not left me. And I don't think they will ever leave me because there are things I have learned, I have taken, I've digested, and I'm walking through them, one by one. So yeah, I don't think it's a waste
I
of
love
time. You would use them, maybe not
Yeah.
now, maybe as you go along, but you definitely, it's not a waste of time. It's not a waste of
Yeah.
money. It's not a waste. I even think it's not the value of the jump program. It's not. I think it's just because it's kingdom. That's why it's at the price that it is. So yeah, let's just
Facts.
leave it that way.
Facts. Facts. There's no lie there at all. 100%. And I'm just going to ask for the three of you to please uh, just share what you wish someone would have told you about jumping, So, because I've shared how I jumped with the jump program, but just to somebody out there who's like, I failed before, I've done this before, I've done it over and I keep failing. Or to somebody who's like, I'm just afraid of leaving my comfort zone. I don't know how to just do it. Like some people, like Olori, And of course, we know that's a mindset and a very strong hold. But let me start with Otonye. What would you say to someone listening, a guy, someone in the Bahamas? We have people from different places, Zambia, Jamaica. What would you say to them?
It's just one message in my head, and I've said it a couple of times already. You are adequately resourced for your idea. You are. You
So
are.
good.
You are. Yeah, for the one who says, "Oh, I've done it before and I've failed," you're not the same person you were when you did it the past time. You've learned so much
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
You have a bank of experiences that you can pull
Yeah.
out from. So
Yeah.
you're even in a much better place than when you did. So you are adequately resourced. There are things that you will never know that you have inside until
Mm-hmm.
you jump. And it will be, at the risk of, let me not talk too long, but there's this deep frustration that you would continually feel until you jump. Nobody will
Yes.
know. People might be hailing you, oh, you're this, you're that. But inside, you know that there's a
Yes.
you that you've
Yes.
not seen, and there's something you are denying the
Good.
world. So free yourself. Free yourself. Just
Oh.
jump. Yeah.
Please put in the comment section, free myself, Olori Boye-Ajayi, free yourself, oh, be what God. Because I hope you guys know that I'm doing jump, but there are certain things I'm afraid to jump, and we'll get into it, right? But I hear it that I'm adequately resourced with everything I need for the idea. I'm going to show you how. So I'm so shocked and I'm so grateful that Otonya picked this, and that's why I love God and kingdom. Everything must align. When I show you, you would think she saw my notes, and I can promise you she did not. So thank you for that, Otonya. Tope, what is your message? Protection, I'm coming to you next for your message for someone who's listening today.
I think I'll just continue from my alternate stuff. So I think mine will be jump. Just jump, because if you don't jump, you never know how high you can get to. You never know what the possibilities, right, that you can experience, right? And I think another thing I'll also say is, don't be scared of uncertainty and pivot, because sometimes those pivots are for your good. Sometimes those pivots are actually the key to the things that you are actually seeking for, right? So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It doesn't matter how uncertain or where you find yourself after you have jumped, actually, right? Just embrace it and just keep going. If you say to yourself that, you know what, I'm going to see this through to the end, right, and I'm willing to do the work and what is required for me to get to the other side, wherever it leads you, just trust me that it's going to lead you somewhere, right? And that place is going to lead you is the ultimate place that you were actually meant to be. So that's what I would say. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing. Drive how people come to find out about the program as well. So I just really want to say thank you both for coming, and let's keep jumping. Let's keep jumping. Thank you so much. I'm going to hand back to the host for today, my dearest Victoria. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, OBA. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I love what everyone said. And I was writing and taking notes. And like I mentioned previously, I also did the JUMP program, and being able to. So the key things that resonated with me was attacking the lack of belief, and particularly what Doctor said about, for somebody who had failed before, and there's a way you can carry the trauma of like past failures into it, but being able to realize, as Otonya said, that you are not the same person that you are now, even after the so-called failure. And it's not failure, it's just, I tried it this way and it didn't work. And if you remember the video that we just watched, and she said she makes 3 mistakes, at no point during the 3 mistakes does she think that, oh no, I think it's time to give up. Nope, she just finds another way to do it. And I really resonated with that. And another one that was my favorite was freeing yourself and removing yourself from the way. Don't be the person that is blocking, and don't be the person that is stopping yourself. So can we just give a round of applause again to our panelists for sharing and just really, really sharing their story with us and being able to see. I hope, and I really do hope, because I know I saw myself in their stories as well, and being able to just realize that even for now, even after doing the JUMP program, like Tokwe said, so many different nuggets. My genius guys, they are my besties now. Mr. Tafa and I, don't ask about him, don't worry. I'm hoping it's going to be one of the geniuses in the, on the ones that we have, but literally we have become besties because just that sense of clarity having someone who's walked the journey ahead of us. So thank you very much. I can't see, where's my emoji, guys? We are a very, very grateful, crowd. Please, can I see my emojis for them? I can't see. Godson, thank you very much. But can I see more, please? Let's appreciate them for coming and for sharing and just being very vulnerable and very real with us. Okay. Alrighty. So now, I know that we've also, thank you so much to everyone who is doing that. I really appreciate you. So now I know that, again, like I said, class was in session ages ago. And as we continue now, there is something, and I just really want to really speak again to who our convener and our lead is for Dr. Olori Boye-Ajayi. For every single time that you want to do something, it's essential that you find the people who have done the journey, right? Like she rightly mentioned, and not just, not the aspire to perspire kind of, oh, do it this way, no, but people who would show you literally like line for line. And like she mentioned, her being able to be vulnerable to say that I'm going to show you what the failures were and how I picked up from there and, rebuilt every single thing, right? And I'm truly, truly grateful, and just saying it out here in the open that we appreciate you for your commitment to building people, not just even building people in terms of wanting to see their businesses, but like she said, building the person itself, because you need to be like a whole functional human being before you can produce anything. So thank you so much, Doctor. This is us fully appreciating you in public for your dedication, commitment. Somebody and I were talking today and just saying that, oh, she has another session today that I don't know how she does it, because I was also on Commanders and I felt like I needed a little bit of a break before another round, and she's here again. So we're really, really grateful, and thank you for sharing your life with us. Thank you for allowing God to use you in all the different multiple dimensions that he does. And thank you for being a very shiny example. One of my favorite scriptures says that we would be a billboard of God's glory. And all I want to say is you are a billboard of God's glory. And so I would have the team bring up the legacy video now that would show us why you really are the one to walk this journey with us. And we are grateful.
Where you start does not matter. My husband said to me, you know what? If you can't afford shop rent, what can you afford? You know what I told him? A container. We made it into a truck, like a proper truck. And I drive all around Lagos.
Before I was age 30, I had 7 businesses across fashion, food, construction, manufacturing. I just had them all. I'm somebody who I have ideas for days, but guess what? I don't struggle to execute. There was just something about me that was super special. I just knew. I knew that if I continued my life the way I did, I would end up in a good place. I just knew, because I had it super rough growing up. I am many things. I'm the president of the Borderless Trade Network. I love to serve women. I teach every now and again. And I truly enjoy just sharing my knowledge in this industry. I've done many things, philanthropy, or I'm getting mentored myself, trying to bridge this gap of women in business, collaborate with industry players, institutions like ECOWAS. It's just amazing, so that flexibility is the beauty. You get to be all these things to all these people. You make impact. You write books that will change lives, change businesses. You have a select. Please collaborate with people. Make sure you do it with the right places, the right people. And soon you will be a fixer, because we need a lot of you to fix Africa. Super. Yeah. Let me just once again welcome everyone to class of 2026. It is my absolute delight to be your convener today. But our chief host, you know him. Come on, let's shout out to him and just say, I'm grateful I'm now jumping. Can you put that in the comment section? Just say, I'm grateful I am now jumping. I'm doing this. I'm going all in, and I'm not doing it alone. When we do kingdom businesses, guess who backs us up? The kingdom. That's one of the things that should free your mind anytime you're about to jump into an idea that was given to you by God. when I was reading your comments, and I am Dr. Olori Boye-Ajayi. Some of you just met me 2 days ago. Some of you just met me this month. Some of you just met me 2 years ago. Whatever it is, I am grateful you're here tonight. Now, I do want to kick us off because I'm going to take you on a journey. I'm really hoping that you can stop frying your plantain. I know you probably have your popcorn and your Coke. That's good. That would work. Yeah. But I need you to get out your pen and paper. I'm going to be saying some words that are life and spirit, not just words. God told me to tell this class of 2026 that today is your turning point in what He has put in your hands. He has never given me such a clear word about any program that has to do with business or entrepreneurship the way He did. He said to tell you the reason why I want you to establish this business is because I need more businesses for the wealth distribution and the wealth redistribution that's coming over the earth. He's saying to you, the business is for a time like this. It is appointed to come to life. Stop looking, stop waiting. God is in the neighborhood. Do I have people who know? We've been in my inner community, we've been saying it, that God is in the neighborhood. Y'all, don't make me dance. Don't make me dance. It's gonna be a good month. Did you hear our theme song? It's Great Man Tackets, by the way. It's not our song. Let me give him his flowers, him and Rotimi Keys. And we're going to be dancing at the end of this because you are going to know what to do with the business. Okay. I'm going to be sharing failures. I'm going to be sharing I'm not holding anything back because you know what? There's no need. There's no need. I tell people it's when you think you have something to hide that you now be lying to people, trying to cajole them. There's no need. There's no need. So we're going to come correct tonight. Can I do that with you guys? Can I see that we're going to be doing that tonight? And I'm hoping I can read. Y'all are going to distract me with your comments. So I'm going to stay away from the comment section so I can get into the zone of why we're here tonight. Now, on your screen is a quote by one of my mentors, Jim Rohn, an amazing man that helped me in my journey of re-engineering. If you are a business owner in Africa, do like this. Hey, you deserve an award. You deserve a bigger award if you are in West Africa. Can you see where I'm going? You now deserve a billboard if you are in Nigeria. I'm sorry, only Nigerians can understand what I'm saying. I'm not being biased. Doing business in Nigeria is a sport. What? I must say though, those in the UK, y'all have it a little bad as well with them taxes. What is going on? I was in a pub, I think in March. I wanted to have a Sunday grub and I wanted the whole Sunday roast. So I went into the pub somewhere in where was this? Southampton. By myself. I do these crazy things by myself, right? And it was such great food. The place was overflowing with people. But guess what? When I asked to see the chef or the owner, she came out and she was like, oh, thank you so much for your kind words. Because I was praising them. Everything was a hit. And she said, but we're about to pack up. I was like, why? She goes, we've been doing this for 17 years, but we can't cope anymore. We're about to drown. She said the taxes were drowning them out. Here's one of the mind shifts you will have to have as a kingdom entrepreneur. You must make the right judgment when there's turbulence with your business. Don't let me go get ahead of myself, y'all. Y'all are taking me there already. Don't let me get ahead of myself. Right. Now, I'm going to be sharing my screen. Let me know when you can see what I believe is going to be a transformational, it's going to be transformational for you. I'm 100% sure. What we're sure of is there is a need for more businesses like the one you're about to launch. I'm telling you this. You know it. I know it. It's why you're seated here, right? Jim Rohn says, success, watch this, is a few simple disciplines practiced what? Every day. But he also says failure is simply a few errors
in your what? Judgment that is repeated when? Every day. So it means that we don't arrive at success. We are successful every day or we're failing every day. It's why I never let people off the hook. Once I see you're repeating a pattern every day, I can tell that inevitably you're going to make something fail or something succeed. All right. Just let me know if we're good. We good? All right. I've told y'all to send prayers. Clearly, you are not the prayer warriors for these courts. My courts before, they were prayer warriors. No technology is going to get in the way of what we're doing tonight. Yes. All right. Now, this is what Jim says, but I want to go to something that I believe is going to help you all. And I know some of you expected, you thought I would show you an office. I did not have one on how I started. OBA, how did you start? This is how I started. This was me some almost 20 years ago in a dorm. No, it wasn't in my dorm. It was in a room. It was in a room. I was doing my master's or something like that. And this was me. This was me. I had an idea. I had a food business in uni. And that was actually how I paid for my master's, from the bed. So let's look at what life has been like. 12 businesses and millions of dollars later, what can I offer you from my wins and my losses? A lot. Somebody say a lot. A lot, right? And I think just for me to balance this out, if you are afraid of losses, then you are afraid of having experience. You hear me? If you don't want to look like you failed, then you're not also ready to have experience. They go hand in hand. Even when you're winning, it's an experience. If you are failing, it is also an experience, right? So I do have a lot to offer you. I do. And we're going to be going through this. As I said, it's a journey. So stay with me. You're going to be hearing some terminologies. I'm going to be shifting some existing ones in your mind into the right order so that you stop expecting your business of 1 year, 2 years to be working. We'll come to that also. So what kind of businesses have I done, right? Let's go through some of them. It's still the same me, but they are different industries, right? I had a fashion truck. Some of you, and if you remember, Tokwe said in her comments that this was how we started. The fashion truck. I would go all around Lagos. It was the first in West Africa. One thing I will say to you, though, is this. I am a pioneer by model. Do you understand? Some of you are not. And I don't want you to think that Olori just has, no, I am also a pioneer in the way God built me. So I'm not afraid of entering an industry for the first time. This was the first of its kind. This was the first of its kind, right? So one of the, and the reason why I'm not afraid to say that some of those businesses failed, and I'll tell you why they failed, by the way. None of the businesses I was in, none of them looked alike, but I learned skills from different ones. All they taught me was that between conception, the idea, let me take it again. Before you actually launch, right? The idea comes to you. There's what we call conception. We'll get to that as well. And then launch, right? I had the fashion truck. I had a lot of pop-ups. Some of you have done pop-ups, fashion pop-ups. I was a stylist on Tinsel. If you guys remember Tinsel, I don't know if it was before Gen Z's time, but I was a stylist on Tinsel. I loved what I did. Osas Igodaro, I think her name is, she was my core person then, I even still have some clients. This is what, 16 years on, who still think I'm a stylist. Do I look like a stylist, y'all? Don't gas me. Y'all don't gas me. All right. And then I had an Uber business. We had 6 cars on Uber, guys, 6 cars. This was one of the cars. This blue car, if you know my husband, you will know this blue car. He uses it in his, stories and examples and things like that. This blue car served us. In fact, I dare say it saved us as well. We had 6 cars on Uber. If you remember, in 2010, Uber was the if you don't have Uber business, are you even in this Nigeria, right? And you will see where some of these desires and these ideas were not really of God. It was just us following a trend. I'm coming. Remember, I told you, once you say you are a kingdom entrepreneur, and those are some of the hard choices you will have to make tonight. Am I a kingdom business owner, or I'm of the world? You've got to decide, because the rules are different when you're dealing with these two things, right? So we had the Uber business. It did well. If I'm being honest, it actually did well. And so did the fashion business. The fashion business really elevated my brand, because I met tons of people. When I tell you tons of people in Nigeria, in the UK, everywhere, right? Then I also did a bit of education. Some of you may not know this, but I have an educational brand for children and teens. Don't ask me questions, because I'm not going to tell you. I don't want y'all to know too much. But yeah, we launched that as well. That is doing great as well. Then, y'all, when we get to this part of the gist, this was one of the ventures that almost took me out. If there's anyone on this call, and there must be someone or 2 or 3, because I remember at the time when we launched, it's an event space. It was in prime of central London. It was an event space. We had an industrial kitchen. We put in so much money. This was the building called Manuka. Who remembers Manuka? Anybody remember Manuka? Let me know. Let me see the comments on that, because I'd really genuinely like to know who remembers Manuka. Where are we? Manuka. Oh my God. Okay, so the Manuka conversation is, yes, wait. The Manuka conversation, I'll come back to it. Please hold on. Y'all are gonna, I told you y'all would distract me. I knew it. So I'm just gonna stay here. Please give me a minute. Okay, great. 1 second. Okay, right. So, I have education. Then I started Airbnb. If you look very closely, you guys will see the tall tower. That was in Canary Wharf. My husband and I, between us, we had 12 Airbnbs. We have some in Birmingham. We still have them. We have some we closed down, and I'm going to lay it out tonight, So we had London, we had Birmingham, there was one more place, I can't remember. But typically what we don't do is enter these businesses and want to manage them. We have a lot of managers all around the world, like a lot of Indians as well manage stuff for us. So this is one as well. Let me see. Right, so tonight, what is the emphasis? And this is what I want you to sleep on tonight and go into the week with, and the month and the rest of 2026 until you launch this business, which you can in 72 hours. I'm telling you, you can do it in 72 hours. That is our motto with JuMP, that you can launch your businesses. In fact, now with AI, you can launch in a day. Anybody agree? You literally can you can launch your business in a day. I had something I launched in 4 hours. 4. I already had it in my head, right? Now, tonight I'm going to leave you with just 2 things. Only 2. I don't want you to think too much because I want you to use them as anchors. Anchors. The first one, I'm sure, except you are a biology student, you may not know. But we're going to do small biology today. Okay? Somebody say, thank you, Lord. So the first one is what we call chromosomal mutation. Can we say that together? Chromosomal mutation. Don't worry, it's not biology as you know it. But this was the analogy. I mean, my mentor has been talking about this for like a month and a half, but I think the way God gave me the analogy I'm going to give you today, oh my God, it was too powerful. And that's why I said this cohort, there's something about your business ideas that the Lord really wants you to steward properly and not treat it, anyhow, or treat it with like, with levity. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the first anchor I want you to take tonight. Chromosomal mutation. The second one is judgment. Can we say that together? Judgment. Judgment. These 2 things are going to be the bedrock of our conversation tonight. So let's start. What we have come into the room to do. Sorry, just had to put that in. But I don't want us to start at the very beginning, okay? And the reason is because there is something, it's gone off. Has it gone off? Are you sure? Yes. Okay, because it's gone off on my end, so I can't really see anything. Okay. So let's start, but not from the very beginning. Now, I do want to say this, that half of my businesses failed because of what happened after the idea was launched. Okay. Now I'm just going to quickly sort this out because I think I can't see the people on the other end and it's just on me. That's fine. No, don't worry. I'm good in about a few seconds. Just give me a minute.
The Lord is my shepherd. Read it again and again. I have everything I need. When the children's school fees is due or you need to pay for a project, how many times do you go to God and say, God, I don't need a thing because you are my shepherd? There's something that will break out. If he comes late, he will come late to man, not to what he wants to do in my life. I just know the integrity of who God is and that he...
Okay. So, as I said, I don't want to start from the very beginning. Half of my businesses failed because of what I'm about to teach you. And it was not always about the idea being bad. Actually, some of them are very strong, and because there are still a lot of them that survived, but the ones that didn't survive, I will tell you what really happened. Sometimes I copied what was working for somebody else. Take note to, because you will call yourself to order this night and know where you've gone left. You have to know, right? Sometimes I removed something essential that was in the original design or the original blueprint that God gave me. I removed something essential. I allowed one brand consultant, one strategy person to come and remove something I know in my heart. This was a big part. I didn't say everything. Essential. I allowed it to be removed. The third reason is sometimes I did the right things, but in the wrong order. Anybody been there before? Where you did something right, but it was in the wrong order. What do you think was going to happen? Of course, it's going to fail. It is going to fail.
you know. And then the fourth thing I did was sometimes I took a good idea into the wrong market, partnership, or season. Woo! Let me say it again. Let me say that again. That sometimes I took a very good idea, and this is for somebody listening to me as a warning, a precaution. Your idea is good, but the partnership you are about to go into will kill the idea. Don't do it. Because then you will go to God and say, but God, you told me about the idea. The first thing he's going to tell you is, did I tell you to do it with them? Did I tell you to do it with them? Everything that glitters is not what? Gold. I celebrate you. Right? For some of you, it's a good idea, but it's not the right season. It's not the right season. The urgency you feel in your spirit, why don't you steward that into building it out a little bit more infrastructurally, architecturally? You know, build the models that will sustain the idea when it is time to launch. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So, the failure did not always happen at the beginning. Sometimes the mutation happened as I developed the idea. What I'm trying to say to you is this: don't let your idea enter any form of mutation. And this is where it gets interesting, guys, honestly. As I mentioned, every company starts somewhere that nobody is going to applaud. They're not going to applaud. It can be your small kitchen. Some of you, your food business, it started there. My food business in school, I don't even think that was on my list. I just showed you guys some of the businesses, right? And for those who want to know what I do now, I'm in the trade and investment space. That is my day job. But of course, I have several other open tabs and businesses that we concurrently run as a family and our family trust. That's another conversation for another day, right? But people don't applaud you in the beginning. And I don't think that's even something you need to worry about, right? Some of you, you are starting on your laptop, your tiny room. It's okay. Before the revenue comes, before the customers come, there is always the idea. Don't forget, the idea comes first. Now, what does it actually look like, this idea? And I don't want you to belittle what you're about to. You're off, man. This analogy blew me away. But let's get into it. Let me stop talking. Every business starts like this. Every business, invincible. The idea you have, see, the day you launch, maybe just 3 people would know. It's okay. That's how it starts. Don't give yourself headache. You called one big, you say it's your launch. You did an opening. You called people. You sent broadcast message. You sent your family and friends one beautiful flyer that you used, $45 to create, and then another $200 to put decoration, another $1,000 to do ads, and only 10 people showed up. It's okay. In the beginning, there was a void. Somebody say glory. Void and darkness fit everywhere. And then God said, let there be what? Light. Look at that. What a beauty. But first, be okay with your idea being invincible. The baby that you are carrying, this, and I'm going to be using the pregnancy analogy for you, because that's really where we're going. You have to understand that this baby is still fragile. That you launched the business does not mean it will stand in 10 years. That you had a fantastic opening does not even guarantee the next 1 year. Let me be real with you. I saw so many businesses launch last year. They are no more today. Don't be fooled by those metrics that you saw and like, oh, wow, it was such a great turnout. Is a great turnout the same as a business? Are you joking? I've done launches for days. I've done launches for, I can't even count how many launches. I don't get moved by it. Who came, who didn't come, right?
I don't also want you to allow her this one. One of the biggest things I've seen with ideas in the beginning is that they are typically misunderstood. You are the problem. You are the one that carried your idea. You told your friends. You did. You said, guys, I want to tell you something about my idea. God gave me. You thought that telling them God gave you was your leverage. In their mind, they're like, she has come again. He has come again. So they gave you a blank stare when you told them about the idea. Hey, those of us that have husband, you now told your husband, babe, this is the one. This is the idea. Oh, yeah. God gave after 7 days fasting. This is it. Lord, he spoke. You now open your journal. You are filled with zeal and fire. And then the Holy Ghost is looking at you that you see now the problem. He has carried the vision to somebody that they were not in the conversation. They were not even in the whole thing. You are the reason, no. I know some of you've tried to convince your spouse, but it did not work. It did not work because what you are carrying is still fragile. Say, my idea is still fragile. Look at this embryo. You can't even call this a child, a baby yet. It's still an embryo. It's still in that form. Fragile. But guess what? It is alive. No matter what your metrics look like at the beginning, your idea is still what? It's still alive. I'm begging you, jumpers, I want you to note this. Look at your screen. Inside this embryo, can you see why I said that? Otonye took the words right out of my pages. Inside this embryo that you're looking at on your screen is everything it will become. God does not create randomly. Jumpers, let me say this to you. God does not create randomly. He codes. If there are any software developers in the room, you will understand where I'm going tonight. Remember, I talked about chromosomal mutation and what? Judgment. Oh, there's something on this. Inside every embryo is the information that determines what it will become. In the same way, every God-given idea carries coded purpose. It carries coded purpose. Who it's for, what problem it will solve, what it is meant to produce. It is within the idea. If you have not received this much clarity, then you have not done something I'd like to call receiving all your prints. How many of you have received, you've been in a meeting and they were saying stuff like, oh my God, pray for the blueprints. Pray for the blueprints. You too, you carried your head. You were swimming. Oh, Father, I receive. And he gave you blueprints. You won't believe what the Lord said to me on a retreat. One day I had gone on a retreat by myself again. Clearly you can see I like doing my retreats alone. But shout out to the ones we do with y'all. I love you guys. Like, hello. Right? And I was just in a time of meditation. One evening, I was just strolling, and then he asked me a question. Out of the blue, when you're talking with the Lord, he comes with some random stuff. Right? It's random to me, but it's not random to him. And he said, what about the other prints? You received the blueprint, but what about the other prints? You've received the vision. What next? I wrote a book, right? And they're going to put it up. I wrote a book that tells you the day you receive the idea in the form of a blueprint is not the day you execute. If you have done that already, first of all, just go and say, Father, I'm sorry. I was too zealous. I'm really sorry. No, we have blueprints, we have white prints, we have black prints, we have red prints. If you're an architect in the house, you will understand what I'm trying to say. We have as is prints. This is not the class for that. But you cannot be a visionary. God gave you an idea and you only ran with blueprints. You are going to come back and chop cane after. There are other steps that you prayerfully must extract from the idea. Oh, this is good. Because everything the idea needs to succeed is where? In the idea. Can you see now that the success of what you're about to launch is not external? It's not about, oh, customers that are not responding to you. You, as the visionary, must ensure that you have seen that all your prints are now before you. Jumpers, please. I want you to build as the master builder wants you to. This business does not need to fail. What you're about to launch does not need to fail. I wrote here that if you alter the information within the embryo, the formation will change. That is where mutation begins, guys. The moment you change what God gave you, if you alter it by 1 degree knot, you are in trouble. Heaven can't back the idea that you sent yourself on. No matter how much mercy you ask for, it's not going to happen. Please, jumpers, if you're listening to me tonight, one of the things you'll see in the course you're about to go into over the next 3 days, and of course, it's not just for 3 days. Some people are more, they need more time. Totally fine. What we have just recommended is that it should take you about 3 days. There are only 6 to 7 modules. 6 to 7 modules. The 7th one will be the sessions you will watch with the geniuses. So you can learn from what Tokwe said and Protection said. You can, meet these geniuses. But jumpers, please don't casually redesign what you have not yet taken time to understand. Don't do it. You will give yourself heartbreak. You will spend all your family savings on what was just in a blueprint format, before black, before red. The red print talks about correction, the areas you have to correct if you have launched even a little bit. Because, in the, like, say, in all these incubators, please, what's that Y incubator? It's gone off my head. Y Combinator. Y Combinator will tell you, like what you just watched, the video before, they'll say, go fast. That's not what I'm disputing. In the receiving of the idea, you should have received prints that allow you to go to market. And maybe I would do an extra class for this cohort, and I'll use one of our businesses as a case in point. You should go fast, but you go fast on certainty. You go fast knowing that, God said to go there quickly. Yes, but don't let me digress. So I want you to write this down. What has God already encoded in the idea I'm about to launch? Who it's for? Are you getting it? Who did he tell you it's for? What problem it must solve? What is it meant to produce? Because the Dominion mandate is typically embedded in every idea, depending on the visionary. It's really dependent. But as far as God is concerned, you have to understand that he encodes dominion in, he doesn't even know how to do small in the first place. He doesn't even know how to do small. Now, if everything has been encoded into your idea, what could possibly go wrong? And here's where I'm going to get very practical. I'm going to tell you how some of our businesses failed, like toppled, wasted savings, wasted investments. And here's what happened. But first, let's look at something that is important. There are 4 main types of chromosomal mutations. Doctors in the house, are you feeling me? Can you see this biology class, because I hate sciences, pure breed business students. In biology, mutation is development. In business, mutation changes destiny. Many ideas don't die because they were wrong. They die because the idea changed before it matured. Somebody say, it will not be me, oh. It will not be you. Don't change what God gave you because they said this is how it is, who this, that. So let's look at these 4 types of mutation so that you don't do it. Just for your writing purposes, there is the duplication, there's the deletion, there's the inversion, and then there's the translocation. I've mastered it because I'm like, God, why didn't you show me this 11 years ago? I would not have done a lot of the nonsense that I did, but alas, some people will learn with our mistake. All right. This is just, you can take a screenshot, but this is not what you need just yet. Now let's go into the practice. Duplication. When we talk about a duplication type of mutation, this is when your idea becomes everyone else's idea. Can you see it? You copied language, you copied the offer, you saw their landing page, you said, oh, yeah, this is it. Hey, pricing, structure, trends without discernment. You didn't even discern, okay, is this the way we are going? Look, you can have a God idea and it will fail because of your execution. God could have planted that thing in your heart, but your execution was without discernment. You don't need a good idea. You need a God idea. We use discernment to run God ideas. Don't get it twisted. I missed out on that. I copied people's offer. They will say, Olori, no, do it like this. Don't let them go and duplicate another person's idea. We don't use, this sounds like a good idea in the kingdom. That's not how we run this show. Everything is discernment. Trends can inspire you, but they cannot carry you. They cannot carry the idea. For longevity, don't try it. Somebody say, I will not duplicate. Can you see where the chromosomal mutations are happening? Mutations. The idea will just change. You that God gave you blue and white. You went to brand manager. Brand manager said, no, the colors of everything happy is blue. Ask my team. If I say that thing is blue, it is going to be blue. Were you there with me when I got my blueprint, my white print, my black print? Were you there? See, I don't owe anybody explanation. Guess one of the things I love about God? He also won't give you something that will make you look like a sore thumb. Like the idea will not sit with people. 99% of my business ideas, people loved them. People loved them. So God also is not going to give you a crazy color code that you can't even understand. And another thing is this. If God gives you people to go and meet, to consult with them on your business idea, please go. That's also part of your prints. Who should you go to? Who should you not? Why are you going to your husband? Why are you going to your wife? Your best friend. Was your best friend in the meeting that you and God had? The picture you see on your screen is actually one of our Airbnbs. This one failed. Why? Because I allowed people to be telling me the offer we should do. They told me the pricing. The thing just discombobulated. We closed all our London Airbnbs. We've only maintained the ones outside London. Please, no duplication. Don't let them mutate your idea before you've even launched it. Okay. Somebody say, I'm learning. The second one is deletion. Deletion is when you remove the very thing that made the vision powerful. Somebody is saying, oh my God, I've done this over and over. Now, hear the beautiful thing. You started this idea with prayer. You prayed, God gave you. Some of you, it's a secret sauce kind of thing. When I say secret sauce, like something that people didn't think about. You understand? Like how they can do this with this. Because this is how my brain works. God, every time he wants to channel an idea into my mind, he uses the things that excite me. I love change. I love things that, it makes for people's lives to be easier or makes them a better person. So even my programs, the kind of programs I run in the TSG Training Institute, I got them by God giving it to me. I just told you how JuMP came about. So here's another thing, sidebar conversation. God needs you to be intelligent so he can run intelligent ideas through you. God does not give stupid people intelligent stuff. He knows they'll waste it. Yeah, no, he's not going to give you. Deletion. So deletion is a type of chromosomal mutation that happens when you remove the very thing that makes that idea powerful. You started in prayer. Now you've ended up in your head. You are going to this person. You are going to that person without discernment, without instruction. You are just gallivanting this idea that it was so sacred, an embryo, so fragile. You are just exposing it, telling everybody, I'm pregnant with a vision. No. Is it not even cultural in Africa that we don't tell people about our vision, about our babies until 3 months, isn't it? Some people, you are seeing now in the last 1 year, people that were pregnant for 1 year, we didn't even know. You too be like that with your business idea. Yeah. Let's just one day see you on the news. You'll be like, oh, what's Henry doing here? You'll be like, yeah. This is what the Lord is doing. Thanks. Be like that. Be discreet. Before they delete it, some of you, it was your research. You were so good at researching in the beginning. God took you into some technological advancement, business ideas, and all of a sudden, you started with research, you ended up in prayer. And God is like, yeah, I want you to pray, but I need you to keep doing research. For some of you, it was a pricing methodology. He gave you that price. Oh, Wale. You can ask anybody on my team, at least in my office. They will tell you the way we come up with our pricing. Because Tope alluded to that when she was speaking. If we were to make this program the real price, we know we won't be able to go into what God told us to go into. I didn't need to talk to anybody beyond Otonye, and I don't even know who else I spoke to about JuMP. You can ask my office. I just come up with things. I put it out because I don't need them to tell me what they think, except God says, go to your team and ask what they think. Are you seeing the kind of discernment and focus you need? So anyway, let's go. Right? So stick with your original conviction. God told you to not launch in Jamaica. He said launch in Barbados. You said, God, let me stay in my Jerusalem. That's what the scripture says. Because you can't control God in business that he has called you into. Please write that down somewhere. I can't control God in the business he has called me into. He is the one that tells you where to go. Okay? Let's move on because of time very quickly. The third one is inversion. This one pained me. That's the building. Can you see the building on? That's the building we owned. I think we were there for, I don't know how long we were there for. If anybody in my team is on this, and they were on that project with me, because I have teams for days on different projects in my life. But if you were there, please, you can put it in. I'm okay. And we spent, at least in terms of the revenue and everything, that at least 100 and something thousand pounds went in. Inversion is when the ingredients are right, but the order is wrong. Please, let me tell you what I did that was particularly wrong. We got this asset before we established demand. There are some assets you are going to get. If you have not established demand before you go and buy assets, you want to buy new camera, you don't have customers that you are sure will book you. You now go and invest 20 million naira into a camera. You are not wise, because you are not what? You are not wise. And for some of these assets, they start counting. Those of you abroad, if you're in the UK, you know why this asset for us was just a money drainer. Because from the moment, I think they gave us moratorium of about 3 months. In 3 months, we were still struggling to generate demand. So the idea was good. God told us to go into real estate, commercial and residential, but this was not the way. Somebody gave me the assets. Oh, I wish I could bring somebody up to tell you the story about this particular mistake. Obed. For my non-Yoruba speaking followers watching today, it means it was bad. It was real bad. Jesus had to come take the wheels. I remember I was on a trip that year and my blood pressure was like this because we were paying about £15,000
in rent alone, no other overheads or salaries and all that. We paid £15,000 every month on a new business. Can you see that? We were not wise. Yes. Investment before validation. Hey, please, we sank over 100K into that business. Of course, we don't have it anymore, but I have all the lessons, and that's what I'm sharing with you today. The next one is translocation. Translocation. Translocation is when something is moved into the wrong place. The idea was right, but the market was wrong. The partner is wrong. The platform is wrong, or your timing is wrong. Somebody say, I will not get it wrong. God help me, na that day, on top of not wanting to get this thing wrong. Whew. Jesus, help me, Lord. Yeah, it's God ideas are too precious. That's why I showed you that embryo. You don't have any business partnering anyhow. Going to any market that just, you read the reports. In the reports, you saw that hey, guys, let me tell you. True life story. And okay, I'll get to it because it's in my notes somewhere, right? So my question to you is this. How do you protect the pregnancy? Somebody say judgment. I cannot hear you. Say judgment. If you want to ensure this idea does not mutate, judgment protects what God gives you. That's the second concept I want you to go home with today. Visions can mutate. I've seen it happen many times. People come to me with beautiful plans, beautiful days. Before you know it, they are just going like this, like this, like this. They'll say it's evolving, it's pivoting. Well, that statement does not apply to you automatically as a kingdom entrepreneur. It is except the Lord shows you the pivots. But if you carry your leg and say, yeah, this is where my industry is going. Pioneers don't have that liberty. Visionaries don't have that liberty. You go where you are sent, and where you are sent may not be crowded. Are you getting what I'm saying? Yeah. Where you are going may not be crowded. So, what is judgment? Some of you thought I meant decision making. No? This thing. When I learnt it, you would drink water and be fine tonight. For the first time, you will sleep well. You'll be like, let me be calm. Powerful concept. Judgment changes everything in your life. Judgment changes everything. And let's go there. What is judgment? Get your pen and start writing. Judgment is the vaccine against this idea changing in your hands. Don't forget this, please. Don't what? Forget it. There is, and I must say this because it's important to say. I've seen a video that trended sometime between May and June. And the lady was saying how her board of directors was with AI. So she got Ibukun Awoshika. If you don't know Ibukun Awoshika, she's a visionary, a leader in both marketplace and in ministry. She's a massive inspiration for people all over the world, right? She had Dangote, the richest black man in Africa. Or is it the richest black man? He's in Africa, but whatever, right? She had like 5 people. And then she now said, that she had, fed information into her AI system and that they would advise her accordingly. Somebody say, I will not do that. Oh, yeah. You will not do that. AI is a tool, not your board of directors. AI is a what? For a kingdom entrepreneur. Please, what I'm talking about tonight is for kingdom entrepreneurs. You can't take this everywhere and win the argument. But I can win the argument when it comes to the things of the kingdom. AI is a what? It's a tool. It can draft, but it cannot discern. It can't discern anything. Oh. It cannot discern your market. It cannot discern the timing. It cannot discern the demographics, your economy. In fact, this is the one I was going to tell you guys. This one, my friends made the mistake. God gave them an idea. It was a snail farming business. True life story. True life story. It was a snail farming business, and actually, it's painful thinking about it a little bit. And they got the funds. They had to sell their property and all of that to raise the money. They got a license to be able to export to EU. The process was long. It was so like, it was heavy, but God gave them favor. That's even when they should have known that, this thing, we cannot treat it anyhow. God gave them favor. What took people a year, they got it in months. You know, everything was going until they went to get a report from an AI system. And then they built the structure for their farming with that report. Guess what? They got no harvest. And if you know how farming works, you need money to pump into it. Anybody done any farming business? Let me see your hand. Now I can go to the comment section. We are like 3/4 of the way. Okay, I don't know. Anybody done farming here? Any farmers? Let me see. I'm waiting for your comments. I'm in the comment section now. OBA, any tips on boldly executing the vision and deciding whether you should move now or wait a little longer? How do you avoid playing it safe out of fear? Good question. My in-law, I have an idea. Okay, now I'll answer that question later. Team, please make sure you are collating all these ideas for me. I need it so that I can answer as much as I can. Guys, it's Friday night here in Lagos. Okay, Chosen 8171 says he has done farming before. So you know how it works, right? It's not you can't even treat it anyhow. But your assignment or your constraints must be within the limit of your discernment. I can't say it more than that. But if you allow feelings, emotions, people to outweigh your judgments, you are not wise. Guys, you will have to build judgment. That's part of what you are going to need to launch this business, to scale it, to build it sustainably. You will need judgment. So let's define judgment. Are you ready? Let's write. What is judgment? What is judgment? Judgment is not, let me judge between A and B. No, that is a decision. And that comes after judgment has taken its place. Judgment is a process. Somebody say that with me. Say, judgment is a process. This ideology came from a professor from London Business School. I mean, he was an ex-dean at London Business School. He's a thought leader in judgment. Imagine someone being a thought leader on something called judgment. If you are like me and you love research, please go and get some more info about this. His name is Professor Andrew Leikermer. I assume he's German, right? Solid body of work. My goodness. And what Professor Andrew talks about is that unlike what people think, judgment is a process. It is not about, okay, no, let's go like this, or let's go like that. No, I wrote here that judgment is the combination, watch this, of personal qualities with relevant knowledge and experience to make decisions. Do you see now that decision is not the first thing, right? Or form opinions. Solid. I love that. So, Sir Andrew then developed a framework I want to introduce you to today. You will never be unwise again. Somebody say amen. You will not. Judgment is treated as a process that can be improved. I'm going to run now because of time. So I want you to use these 6 checks before you jump. Number 1,
Somebody say knowledge and experience. Critical, relevant knowledge. In fact, that's how he wrote it, because now my notes, I've changed them. It's relevant knowledge and experience. Because I hope you know you can have knowledge and experience in one business you did in the past and think that automatically you have experience in doing business. Yes, you have experience in doing business, but you don't have experience in the requirements of that new business you may be going into. But for someone like me now, if I'm going into the fashion value chain, I've been in that industry for a minute. I understand how it works. I've been in export a minute. Now, I may not have specific sector knowledge, but I definitely have industry knowledge. They are two separate things, right? Now, this is what Professor Andrew says, and I just think it is beautiful. He says that for your knowledge, number one, do you know the business? Do you know the business? Right? And that was what happened with those my friends in snail farming. They got the idea from God, but they didn't know the industry. Because I don't see why you would base your guys, I'm saying they spent almost, at least, it must have been upward of, I don't want to exaggerate, because somebody even, it's such a mess now that I think about it. But you know, excitement, that's how people are with their ideas. Please don't be like that. Let me tell you how you are with your idea. It's like a love affair. You just got the idea. Those of you who are married, this will never leave your mind. Those of you who chase women and those of you who like to be chased, you also understand this analogy. When you first of all meet each other, what happens? You'll be seeing Ada, yo. She's in your dream. She's waking. As you're waking up, is how you're thinking about. The love is big like that in the beginning. It's not even in the beginning, in the beginning. You wake up with the idea, you can't sleep at 2 a.m. The idea has captured your heart. It has taken you to realms where you have seen thousands of people in an arena. God has told you you're going to be a coach. And people will be lining up for your tapes, your books. This thing will capture you. Guess what the idea is doing? Is intimating you. Some of you have an idea now. You are not sleeping because of an idea. Can you see there's problem? You are allowing this idea to love you in a way that is called dangerous in love. You know dangerous in love? You don't know dangerous in love. You're too Christian. I've seen situations that some people allow the idea to, you guys don't know how strong an idea is. You don't. Have you not seen people that went to sell their house because of an idea? Some people entered their family savings for an idea. They were sure it will work. God gave me. Yeah. When they come to me for advice, you can't advise people that are in love. I hope you know. Oh, they don't see road. You are the problem. If you try and tell them that you are the problem, don't even try. Ideas and you are like that. You have to learn and give yourself distance. Otherwise, it will consume you. Those of you that stay up till 4 a.m. talking to the guy, ask yourself, before he came, were you not normal? Now he's in your life. You can't breathe. You say, baby. Baby, oh. Please use this judgment. Use this. My head is always correct. I can't explain it more than that. One idea. Please ask yourself, Bookie, is your head correct? Are you sure this idea does not want to frustrate you and all your money? Are you getting it? Just because it's a good idea does not mean that you do yourself anyhow with the idea. It will consume you. I'm telling you this free of charge. So, Professor says, rather than letting it consume you, behold, let me give you 6 steps to be sure before you jump, your road is clear. He says, number 1, knowledge and experience. 2, awareness. Awareness. What do you notice? Trust is number 3. People. And it's interesting. You know what? I think what I'll do is I'll give a link to the 6-step framework, right? Number 4 is feeling. But don't think of feeling the way I just said it to. Because he says it differently. He says feelings and beliefs. So powerful. So powerful. Right? And then you make a choice. And then you make a choice. When you make that choice, then you can deliver on your conviction. I remember there was a product we launched last year, and if any of my team members remember, the first day we went to launch, there were 13 of us in our booth. We didn't sit down once. I can't even tell you, for the love of my life, like, I was like, man, you just have to trust God when he tells you to do some things. Let me move. Time. So my question is this. Who do you go to when God gives you an idea? Is it your pastor, your mentor, your friend, your bestie, your spouse, AI, Google? You know Google. You know? Before you seek advice, please build judgment first. Before you go to anybody, build judgment. I've given you Professor's framework, and I really will share that with those who are on the program. That's a promise. I'll share the link. I'll share, he even has a course on it, guys. Like, I'm so doing it. Yeah. Because those are the kind of things that, even as a business leader, I was watching an interview with Coca-Cola's CEO, and he was talking about this same judgment thing. He didn't call it judgment, but that was what he was alluding to, that the business leaders who will lead people in the future must have good judgment. You must have good judgment, because even good advice can be misapplied when you have bad judgment, right? So I want to say this because it's super important. I've seen it happen. Smart people make terrible business, they make business decisions. Yes, sometimes. I've seen it. Smart people, they were smart, but they didn't use judgment at all. Now, intelligence is not the same as judgment. I have intelligent people all over my life, very, very intelligent, but it is not the same. Judgment is the discipline that slows down brilliance long enough to make it profitable. I'll say that again. Judgment is the discipline that slows down brilliance long enough to make it profitable. Meaning that you ran and went to go and execute, that may not have been the right judgment. That may have not been the right judgment. The first thing that it will do for you to say, is this actually wise? Sleep on it. Sleep on it. You are going to need to shift from excitement. Like I told you, don't be like that lover that the idea is just taking your sleep, your money, when he's not a thief. Right? Now, and this is why I'm just always laughing. I've dealt with over 140. I still counted maybe last month when I did my own life review and contributions. At least 149,000, and I'm just being conservative, and I like to be, it's okay, have actually benefited from the work we do for entrepreneurs. But they ask the wrong questions. So when most founders come to me, they are thinking more like, do I like this idea? Am I passionate about it? Can I afford to start? Did God give it to me? Those are wrong questions, auntie, uncle. The questions you should be asking yourself that really matter is, who exactly is this for? 2, what painful problem am I solving? 3, why will they pay me? 4, what has to be true for this to work? 5, what could make this fail? And you realize that some of these questions is not external, it's all on you. Yeah. Some people are the reasons why their businesses will fail. It's not because the idea is bad. Yes. Quote me anywhere. So I want you to write this down. The quality of my judgment is often determined by the quality of the questions I ask before I act. I'll take it again. The quality of my judgment is determined by the quality of the questions I ask before I act. Excitement gives you moments, but it is questions that will give you the right direction that you should go into. Do you understand now? So, before you jump, please judge the business. Judge the business. Is the model that you are going to run actually going to really work? You have to be honest with yourself. The model is important. What business model are you using? How exactly does money enter the business? Who pays? How much? How often? And for what? There are some things that we are shifting our institution into over the next, I want to say, 7 months, that we know we have to change our business model. The model you may want to launch this idea with may not work. Long term, it won't work. It may have started and you may be seeing money, but that may not be the right business model. I was with some, because I'm a MasterCard Foundation mentor. I've been on the business idea track. I've been on the build and scale track. I've seen the difference with those founders. The ones that started well are the ones that understood their business model. Don't just start an idea because it's nice. What's nice? When your bank account is not nice, then you know, right? Judge the market. Is the demand large enough for me to start? Are there enough customers who genuinely need this? You need to ask yourself these things. Number 3, is the market expanding? Is it growing year on year? Or is it going to shrink over the next 10 years? Let those things determine and help you. Take it back to God and say, Father, based on my research, I saw this. What do you propose? That's what I do. Once I see something that contradicts the idea, I take it back to God. Are you getting the point? You ask yourself, for the future, will this matter in 5 or 10 years? Or are you already entering something that will become obsolete? Now, this is where I believe strongly that you have to ensure when you jump with this idea, you must understand that delivery is the final judgment test. Can this actually work? Can it produce an outcome that people can touch? Because the fruit is not proof of something abstract. It's the proof of a tree, right? A good business is not brilliant because it sounds good, or it is brilliant because it actually works. Please don't forget this. All right? Don't forget this. Now, there are many things that I've noticed about myself before I jump into an idea. And AI, as I was saying earlier, it can't give you your business plan. I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't agree. And please, you are free to disagree with me, but I'm telling you from what I know, nah, it don't work like that. Let me see. I think I skipped a page. Okay. Now, most people see the awards, and I want to teach you how to build good judgment. Most people see the awards, they see, Olori was nominated as top 100 people of Black descendants, But I really think that when you see someone being awarded or applauded, it shows they have repeated something over and over again. Can you see the logic for me? You have to see the loop in my behavior for me to have been said to be good at that thing. So recognition usually arrives after repetition, and repetition is where judgment is formed. Have you done this thing long enough? Have you used that side of your brain long enough? Can you see what I'm trying to say? So People don't know that success has a guest list, though. Trust me when I say this. Success has a guest list. It is process that does not, because most people don't want to be on that list. But success, no, success has guest list. You have to decide not to compare your incubation to somebody else's invitation. You are in incubation process. Remember the embryo? They are still fragile stage. Thank God you are in their life stage. You are seeing somebody's moment. Whenever you see them being celebrated, you're saying it's just a moment. You didn't see what made them like that. People don't know what it takes to be me. They don't. I know. Maybe my husband, right? But you won't even believe the way I've been able to build my judgment over the years is through repetition. Build yours accordingly. Now, I do want to say this because if I don't, then I'm not really being kind to you. Success should deliver you. Let me say it this way. Success should deliver to you profit all round. I don't believe in the school of thought that says you have to give up something. Please, it's just my own. You can do it for a while, but if that is your perpetual state, no, it's not right. And my take on this is that some opportunities cost too much if they destroy your marriage, your family, your health, or your altar. Anything that's going to take you out of that, it's not worth it. This is my husband and I. We're going to be celebrating 16 years in a few months of marriage, right? And I think one of the ways I've been able to protect my marriage, my family, my children, is by carrying them along. I never try and build as if what I'm building is just for me. Who am me? Who am me? Right? Don't X your sisters, your brothers, your whole family just because you're building. You can decide to incubate, but you have to isolate properly. All right? Now, I have just a few more slides left. I think just a few. Yeah. Now, one of the interesting things that is something you would notice this when you finish the JuMP program is that God wasn't just building my businesses. He was building me as well. He was building me. The carrier matters as much as what they carry. The carrier matters as much as what they carry. Some people, that's where you have to take it now. Do you understand? Just see that, okay, whatever happens, Lord, you are building me. You are building me. So this week, I don't want you to just consume your modules and all of that. Test the idea. Judge the model. Ask who will pay you. Why should they pay you? What proof do you have this will work? This course is not for information purposes. It's for formation purposes. Your idea will only be built in what heaven has already supplied in it. Now, jump, but don't jump blind. Somebody say, I won't jump blind. Protect the pregnancy from chromosomal what? Mutation. Build your judgment. Deliver the vision. That is why we are all here together. Right? Now, everything, and when I say everything, I mean everything. Everything you admire, it once looked like that embryo. That baby that you say, oh, so cute, was an ugly baby, an embryo, right? Don't despise your incubation because it doesn't look like it's going to be influential. Not lie. You will be influential. That idea may not be the one that makes you influential. Do you see the difference? You, as the visionary, you will be influential. But the idea you are carrying may not be the one that makes you influential. And that's okay. Don't be attached to any idea. That's why I can do so many things, because they don't define OBA. I define them. Do you see? If anything fails, it failed. I can't fail. I carry God. Are you a joker? No. So please don't misjudge your business at the stage it is at. If your business is 4 years old and you have a child, I want you to remember what your children were doing at 4 years old. If you're about to relaunch your idea today with this program, I want you to remember these things I've said. Because the Lord told me for one or two of you, you're like, I failed before, but God says to tell you this time, I'm going to show you exactly how. I don't know if they've showed the book already, but get the book. It's literally it's the same amount as, what can I say? It is the same amount as, that is universal. Maybe a meal, even less than a meal, right? Depending on which part of the world you're in. An embryo is not a failure because it cannot walk. It is simply at the right stage. If you're invincible for now, nobody knows your brand. It's okay. You just keep building. Time. Scripture tells us time and what? Chance. As I conclude tonight, God is not just building this business and this idea with you, through you, for humanity. He's building you. And as you are about to jump, remember this: your capacity, your conviction, your stewardship, all of this, he's forming your judgment. He wants you to be, at this stage of your life, he wants you to be wiser than in 10 years' time. Not that you are feeling depleted, that God, it didn't work, everything I done, you can't be complaining like that. You don't have the bandwidth and the time for that. Sometimes this closed door is actually the way God has protected you. So I ask you, as you go into this execution, protect what God has made inside of you. Let this vision not be ordinary because you are looking at it that it's too small. Yeah, it's an embryo. Yeah, it's still early stage, okay? Vision is not ordinary because the stage is early. And protect the person carrying the vision too. I didn't add this to the cohort last year. This part was not evident to me, but God told me clearly, tell them they that are the carriers are who I'm also building, not just the business. You cannot destroy the carrier and expect the vision to survive. Never. So I close with this. This is why JuMP exists. Not just to excite you, but to help you move from idea to execution, from excitement to evidence, from pregnancy to the proof of what God has put on your inside, and from inspiration to something that people can use, buy, and trust. I will see you in class over the next few days. I thank you all for staying the course. And yeah, first things first, just say sorry to God if you have misjudged your business. If you are 5 years old and you are expecting a 21-year-old result, the pressure is not needed. But yes, I will take your questions, but I believe I'm supposed to hand back to Victoria. Am I? Cannot remember. Team, I'm going to need help. So Vicky, you can come up and take... thank you, Carol. Thank you, Bisola. Is Vicky coming up? All right, she's here. Thank you, Carol. Thank you.
I should have known.
I cannot
Doctor
hear
invited
you.
us for a small onboarding and then decided to bring a bazooka to this meeting to just yeah. Guys, can I just get you to... I'll just take a minute because I'm gonna need it. And I think everybody needs a minute, so I'm gonna give everyone a minute. First, can I just see you just send your comments in? Just send your comments. Let's say thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor. Honestly, don't worry, guys. I'm ready for you. All your questions, I've been taking notes of them. I'm gonna answer every Okay. I think we just need a minute to just simper down, just simper down, just simper down. All right, thank you, everyone. So I'm just going to address a couple of questions that have come, particularly where the program is concerned. Now, the JuMP is a 72-hour business accelerator program. It by no means means that you have to finish it in the 72 hours, but by being able to complete it between now and Sunday, it means that you're able to get a closed door meeting with OBA. And I can't tell you how invaluable that is, right? So it's a self-paced course. Your courses are pre-recorded, so you can move based on pace. But what I would definitely recommend is for you to go through the models so that between now and Sunday, so that you can get into the closed door meeting with OBA. There's nothing quite like being able to ask all of your questions. Actually, if you feel this way now before the courses, before you've actually watched the modules, just imagine what you would actually feel after, right? So the course itself is self-paced. You can take your time to go through it. But if you want access to the closed door meeting with OBA to be able to bring up questions that have popped up in the time that you spent watching it. The video that we watched, and she said, what do I need to do tomorrow? Not even tomorrow, what you need to do now, actually. She actually brought a bazooka. What you need to do now is, as soon as we're done with the live, for those who have registered, we're going to also put up an explainer video to say how you can get into the portal. Now, I know that there are some people who joined us because they just saw a live button, and maybe you're familiar with Doctor already, so you just clicked. I'm going to ask the team for them to put the link to join the JuMP Accelerator program. I saw somebody asking a question regarding business mentorship. You are essentially in the right place. What you now need to do is actually to click on the link, get into the program, get access to the modules that we've spoken about. Now, this particular live, because we need time to actually go over it. Now, for those who have registered for the program already, you will have it in your portal for you to go back. Now, for those who are not registered, it's only going to be available for 24 hours. So what do I suggest you do? Register. If you have a business, if you have an idea, and remember what she said as well, that it's not just even building all of those things, because God is also very particular about building you. Honestly, I'm going to show you my notes and my papers, because it was a thing of repenting for how I had misjudged the thing that he had given, of how me saying, even down to that, it's not going fast enough. That I wanted it, like I had a timeline that I actually set for this particular thing, and saying that, you know what, I not only took that for myself in terms of the business, but I actually took that as well for my life, because what God is actually building us as well in terms of building our lives, right? So I'm just going to go over the questions again for the ones that we've had regarding the program before I then bring Doctor back up to answer some of the other questions that other people have had. So again, just to take it for those who are not clear, the JuMP program in itself is a self-paced course. My recommendation is finish it between now. Once you get access to it, it's already up and it's already, it's up. The courses are all live and you're able to go through the modules between now and Sunday, because by Sunday, we will do a snapshot of the ones who have completed the program. You want to get into the closed door meeting. I know I keep saying it and saying it and saying it. Trust me, if this is just a teaser, you don't want to imagine what is in the modules, and even more, what is also at the end of this program, right? So you definitely want to get in. We're going to paste the link again. Team, can I just have you, if it's possible, to pin it, or you just help me keep repasting it? If you have not joined the program, please join the program. Click on the link and get into the program. If you have joined the program, you are in the right place. Just do like this. Just do like this for me for just a couple of minutes. Just do like this. We're going to bring up the explainer video that will take us through how for you to access the program. Now, I know that many of us, I don't know if anybody else felt this, but as Doctor was talking, I had like maybe 4 people's name pop to mind that I need to send this thing to them tonight. Like, as I need to copy and paste tonight and say, guys, you need to get on this. The reason why X has not been working, the reason why Y seemed to be going this way is because there was things were not clear. Now there is clarity. So if there's somebody, it could be your husband, it could be your wife, it could be your brother, your sister, a friend, that friend that's always calling you that I'm just gonna give up on this thing. They need this. And this is not trying to, they literally need this. You will be doing yourself a favor by actually sending this to them. So that way they're not coming to you all the time, but they actually have answers. So please click on the link, send the link to them as well, and for them to join the program. Explain, because this will be up for 24 hours, so you can actually share with them, just so that they kind of see what is really going to go down. I'm a science student, and I will never look at chromosomal mutation the same way again, because mind blown. There's no age limit for the classes. The classes are pre-recorded. The modules are pre-recorded, so you don't need to worry about timing. All you need to know is you just need to finish it by Sunday to get access to the closed door meeting with doctor. For those who are in the program and have completed it by Sunday, you would get the information directly sent to you privately, because they will take a snapshot to say that you have actually completed it, and this is the follow-up messages. Registration is open till September 15th. So I think I believe doctor has taken a minute to refresh her lungs, because she did, all I can just say is she just brought a bazooka to a little bit of a family gathering to just scatter the whole place. So Dr. Ma, if I can, I'll also get a team to confirm if we want to run through, if we can continue with Q&A now, or if we would like to run through the business finance pipeline. So if Doctor is ready to come back on stage, you can please have her, and then I would bring the...
Okay, so thank you, V. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, ma'am.
Okay, great. So what we are offering, let me talk quickly on the business finance pipeline. And I'm super excited because it couldn't have come at a better time. If you are an alumni, English, and you were a JuMP participant in the last cohort, or you've joined any of our entrepreneurship programs, and there's a caveat to all of this, you are someone who you deal with contracts or supplies or procurement, that means that you need what we call bridge financing. So maybe you get an order, you literally can't meet it because you don't have enough cash in the bank. Say you get a contract, right? And they're going to only pay you after the contract, and you can do the contract within, say, 2 to 3 months. We got you, okay? We got you. It's something we're offering those within our ecosystem. In the business front, please don't bring projects that maybe you're trying to build your church. That's not where we are. All right. Am I frozen? Because on my screen I am. Okay. So, I think it's just really important to put that out there. If you'd like to apply for it, we are going to be in the next maybe 5 to 6 days. We'll send out some information. Please look out for it. And you can also access this if you're outside Nigeria. We do offer that, but there is a special placement for women. If you're a woman, you will be able to access this money from anywhere. But if you are not a woman, you probably can only access the one we have in Nigeria. So that's what the business finance pipeline is. And, don't worry, guys, I have begged our team. And please, let me just shout out to a team I am blessed and fortunate to have, the Incredibles. That's what I will call them, the Incredibles. They are just too amazing. Our project manager for the JuMP program, class of 2026, Tosin Akoshile. Thank you very much. We have Shemilore. She was in your DMs. For a lot of you that joined today, please appreciate them, because they actually do the best they can to ensure that everyone that needs to be in the room is there. If you are joining us in this room today and you're like,
I feel like this should be in like another community of mine. 100%. Just send us a DM or an email, and we'll be happy to introduce JuMP to your community of people. I want to say massive thank you to Wumi as well. I want to say massive thank you to our CLO. I want to say big thank you to your ability to watch me right now is because of a literal unit. Felix, Belumi, thank you. Everything you've seen today is just like a whole team of pretty amazing people. Juan as well. Like the list goes on and on. Some of you have met them in person. Some of you, this is your first time. Now, I have begged this team. I've thanked them now, especially the project manager. They were going to remove this live video in 24 hours. I have begged him to give you 7 days. Or those of you watching and you're just seeing this as a, what do we call it? A catch-up session. You have till 7 days. So thank you, Tosin. Can we thank Tosin in advance? Can we thank him and just say thank you, Tosin? But I don't know if Vicky has mentioned the JuMP group chat. Have you mentioned that? Because I was reading everybody's comments in the group chat over the last 2 weeks. Is Vicky there?
Not yet, ma'am. So that's part of the announcements that will be coming up for those who are already registered. Okay, so I will take, I'm going to just read out a couple of questions and group them because they are all in the same, it came in as you were speaking. Just give me a second to pull that up. Okay, so I'm going to say the 2 questions and you can group them together. So the question that came in was, are there any tips on boldly executing the vision and discerning whether you should move now or wait a little longer? And how do you avoid playing it safe out of fear? So let's call that part A. Part B is also related to it as well. Okay, so the question says, what if you've been praying and you still haven't heard anything from God? Would you advise to continue waiting or just start? If you could help us speak to that, please.
Okay, yeah, go on. Please hold on. Let me... Sorry, please just hold on. Trying to adjust myself. Okay. All right, is this good? Vicky? Vicky, can you hear me? Vicky, can you hear me? Vicky, can you hear me? Vicky, can you hear me now?
Yes, you're good.
Is this one?
I can hear you.
Okay, am I good? Vicky, you can hear me now? Okay, great. So it's a good question. You have to say the second one again, but for the first question about like how do you know when to move and all of that. Now, remember I said how you started the receiving of the idea typically should be how you continue. So remember I said in deletion, which is a type of mutation, if you remove the prayer element or even a mentor element, I've had people that came to me and I knew that God wanted us, because I'm a midwife. I know when people bring things to me, part of my role, if he tells me, is to help them translate and then, birth. So what happens is they come, we have the first meeting, second meeting, third meeting. We will hear from them again.
In the multitude of counsel, there is what? Safety. Get out of your own head. You don't need to be figuring things out. Stick to how you started with receiving the idea. Even when you make a mistake, God will prosper you because he will see the innocence, the naivety with which you did it. His mercy covers that and be like, I see how she did that. He will correct you for sure. But I think it's really important that you are not hesitant from fear because you know that I got this vision and I know that I must move at this time. If you feel a resistance, which sometimes can come from your loan was denied, the building, the landlord decided to just cut you, you go back to God and say, Father, what's going on? I don't know what's happening. Am I being blindsided? Or is there an instruction I missed? I'll give you a perfect example. There was something God asked me to do since January, guys. Pray for me. I'm trying. You see, we're all human, but I'm superhuman on some days. Right? And he said to me, do this thing in January and you'll get X. What did I do as Olori Boye-Ajayi? I went back to God like I didn't hear that instruction, like some of you do. And I said, Lord, I want this thing. You know what he said? Go and do the last thing I told you. So can I now say that God did not answer me? No, I'm the one choosing not to answer him. So your fear is really a response to also you not trusting. And that could be what he's trying to build in you by giving you this idea, because he knows if he can get you to launch, you can trust. So it's not really profits in money, but it's profit in trusting. The Lord will give you understanding. Vicky, what was the second one?
Thank you very much, ma'am, for that. So the second question, I'll just repeat it. So it says, what if you've been praying and still not heard anything from God? Would you advise to continue waiting or just start?
Wait, oh. No. You can't go. You can't go unless you've heard go. One of the Yoruba names for God is Oromonishe Fayati. Don't be the one they did not Romonishe. He will not Fayati you. If you like the song and play it 10 million times, you have to wait to get go before you go. Vicky?
Thank you, ma'am. So final one before we bring up the explainer video, because I know we've gotten a lot of questions about how to access the modules. So the question says, when we take our time to execute the idea, isn't it bad for business? Wouldn't another person execute it?
Repeat that. I didn't hear that. Vicky, I didn't hear that. Can you hear me?
Okay, so the question says, when we take time to execute the idea, isn't it bad for business? Wouldn't another person execute it if there is like a lag time?
Oh, yeah. Standard procedure. The day you got the idea, guess how many people got it as well? A lot. Do you understand? It's why you can see exactly what God gave you implemented by somebody you don't even know from across the waters. And you're like, oh my God, this is exactly what God gave me. Yeah, because you're not the only one he gave. So when he gives you something, it's actually trust. When you execute it, that's stewardship. So of course, if you disobey, you will see that idea. In Yoruba, we say, gele, the same way he gave you, somebody else will go and execute it.
Thank you, much, Doctor. So those are all the questions that we have at the moment. I know that more is coming in, and for those who are in the JuMP program, all your questions will be attended to. I believe there is still the link up. So what we're going to move to first, can we just say thank you once again for your time today, Doctor,
Can
in
I
taking
ask a
us through?
question,
And I'll
Vicky?
just keep
Can
saying
you
the
hear me?
bazooka comment of, bringing it in. And we're really grateful and really, really looking forward to. Please,
Vicky,
if you
can you
see
hear
my
me?
name in this year's JuMP, don't be surprised. Because again, the person I was last year is not the same person I was this year. So there's more
Vicky,
jumping
can
to
you
be
hear
done.
me?
So we're jumping in again. So thank you very much, ma'am. So what we're gonna go to next
Because she
is
can't hear
to
me.
show you the video of how to access it for those who've already registered. Remember again that I said once
Vicky,
you
can you hear
register
me?
now.
Yeah, she's lagging for sure. Okay, so I want to ask a question really quickly and break protocol. Is Kemi Sola on this live session? Put it in the chat box, Kemi Sola, if you're still here. Let me know if she's here, and then let her come into the studio. After the explainer video, I'd like her and Vicky to do a quick 2-minute, because she's also coming back this year, Vicky. So I'd love for you to have a quick chat on her.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Okay, so team, can I have you repaste the link, please? Now, I know before we get into, remember Doctor had said that we're going to do a bit of dancing and just really, really believing that even as we are moving into a new month, it's not coincidental. I'm telling you, nothing is coincidental. The fact that we're doing this on the last day of July is not coincidental. It is because it's and I don't want to be cliche to say it's a new beginning, but it's because it's August. But honestly, it is. Can't really lie about it now, can we? Because the way you're going to start thinking about your business, about yourself, about that idea is not going to be the same. And for many of us, and I say us because I'm included in this WhatsApp group, we're not going to be able to sleep. So they've pasted the link. We're going to have a dance party, but I'm going to go through the announcements first to give you guys time to fix your hair, get your wig on if you need to, and just get ready to dance. So first up on the announcement, like we said, the course is now live, ready to go. So once you're done with this call, please don't go and eat suya and drink garri for those in Nigeria, or don't just, go to Netflix and let all of these things that you soaked up in this minute just fizzle out. Build on all of that. You channel the excitement the right way, build on it, and get into the courses and start tonight. Remember, if you're able to finish by Sunday, we take a snapshot and you are invited into a private closed door meeting with Doctor. I can't emphasize how you want to be in that meeting. It is extremely important that you get in there to have all your questions answered. It's also open for registration up until September 15th. So please, if there is somebody that you know would benefit from this, invite them. You can gift it to them. You can encourage them to, make the investment in themselves. But as Dr. Anoswani said at the very beginning, what it's priced at compared to the value, just even look at what we've done today already. And there is more to come. Trust me, you are in for a fantastic time and your life really wouldn't be the same. And that's not even being cliche, because that's actually what we're here for transformation. So there is also a WhatsApp group. So please, it's going to be it's been sent to your email actually. So once you're done with this, if you can go back, for those who are registered, for those who are just registering tonight, just give us a few minutes, you get all of that information as well. Before the end of today, please join the WhatsApp community, join the group messages so that you are kept in the loop as to every single thing that is already happening. Now, the group chat will close by the end of August so that nobody is surprised. So this is enough time. Somebody just asked, how many days are left for the training, please, anyone? The training is open right now. It's a self-paced training. If you finish in the next 3 days, and this is going through the modules, right, there is an extra bonus, as we have said, for that. But the training is a self-paced, because you would have to go back and revisit all of the things that are happening. And then 2 more announcements. There is the accountability partners. Now, one of the things Doctor said is, when you get an idea, who do you take that thing to? Who do you take that idea to? And for as many who are within the JuMP program already, we are all privy to the same information. So when your accountability partner comes and says that, oh, this thing just popped to mind, I guarantee you that person will speak life into it and not fizzle it out into, I want to say, dust, right? So you can get access to an accountability partner within the JuMP program, and there is a link and there is a form that you have to fill. Again, all of this information has been sent to you. It is when you fill in the form that we're able to do the matching for you and ensure that we give you an accountability partner. And I guarantee you, accountability partner wouldn't just be for this program, but it's someone that you would always come to, even, when the messy middle starts happening. That is your go-to person to say, this is what I'm feeling. And they're able to just remind you of every single thing that we are covering within the program. For those of us who want to get the vision book, now the vision book, as OBA said already, it talks about the blueprint, which everybody's familiar with, but we just learned about the white prints, the black prints, the green prints. So we're going to paste the link as well into the chat for us to be able to take the book. Go buy the book. Go buy the book. As the inner circle commander, I've had access to a little bit of few pages, but me myself, we cannot come and carry last in all of these things. Again, the person you were when I heard that is not the same. What I was dealing with then is not what I'm dealing with right now. So being able to go back and please get the book as well. So are we ready for our dancing? Do we have our dancing shoes on? Okay, so we can take 5 more people. So if you'd like to join the studio, please click the link now and let's have our dance party. If you're going to join us, we want to see your videos, please. We want to see you, actually dancing on the screen. Like you have to. If not, we'll bounce you out of the studio and replace you, please.
Vicky, can you hear me? Okay, Vicky, can you hear me? Hello?
Okay,
Hello?
Vicky, can you hear me? Yes, I can. It's just a few seconds.
So Nnamdi, Mispa, they've left. Okay, you guys can request to join via the link and let's have a nice dance party. Right? Where is the
StreamYard. Cordella. Where are you joining from, Cordella? Okay, so I'm seeing my people come in. Okay. Please put on camera now, guys. Is a dance something? Excited much? I've removed my chair. I'm ready to go. It's not that I'm a stepper like that, so, but anyhow. All right. We'll take 2 more people and then we should be good. Where are the men? I saw Namdi. I saw, is Mispa? I can't remember if Mispa was or wasn't. Okay, Cordelia is from Jamaica. Jamaica in the, Cordelia, you have to show us how it's done then. You understand? Okay. I saw Monica, Ola doing. Ola doing. Commanders, they will find you every year. Why are you picking here? Why? All right, DJ, let's go. So we're going to put the lyrics in the chat box so you can see you're going into a new month with so much that God has set in place for you. So it's going to be a good month. The song says good day, but we're saying good month. All right. Okay.
I know it's gonna be a good day. Feeling like $1 billion. I know say I carry blessing, yeah. I'm on a God wave. Everything fresh, no stressing, yeah. I know say I be baller. Today it go sweet, it go too loud. If I touch am, it go prosper. Now Jehovah they run, oh. Big energy. Vibes moving steady, heavenly. Oh, you bounce to the melody. Today it go sweet, oh, normally. It's gonna be a good day. Gonna be a good day. Feel it in my soul. Oh, it's gonna be a good day. Feel it in my heart. Feel it in my heart. I hear melodies in my head. I know it's gonna be a good day. Psalm 23 steady on a replay. Got my head in the heavens when I display. My priorities on God, never misplaced. Job blessings rain on me, even when I know big body. Mo okay, Baba, oh. Me, I just did normally soft, cause I'm steadily calling Yahweh. Saba, oh. Thank you for the sun on my face like summer. And the back account, they feel weak, come on. Fuck on ballet day for my soul, cause today go they soft, oh, normally. Yeah. It's gonna be a good day. Feel it in my soul. Oh, it's gonna be a good day. I can feel it in my heart. I hear melodies in my head. I know it's gonna be a good day.
I'm done.
A huge thank you to everyone who has joined us tonight. It's gonna be a great month. It doesn't really have a choice. It has to be a great month. And we're super grateful for everyone who made the time out. For all of our jumpers, We'll see you in the portal. If you are yet to join, we're going to paste the link once again for you to get the information. Please send it to someone. And like we've said, this is going to be up for the next 7 days so that you can go back, catch the parts that were missed, refresh your mind on certain things. And it doesn't have, I don't want to say it doesn't have a choice, but it's going to be a great month. And with you there executing, doing all that you have to do, we're so excited. We're so excited for all that it's going to be. So thank you everyone once again, and have a fantastic evening. So the deadline to join the closed door meeting, you have to finish the modules by Sunday.
Can you take a question?
Thank you everyone.